Hello and welcome to another update video about Near. The Near protocol had a lot of member requests for Near, probably because it is starting to move here to the upside. In the last video, and it's been a while, we had this channel defined on the chart, and as you can see here, the breakout of the channel did lead to some further upside. As so often, when you have these patterns like a wedge pattern or a channel, a breakout can have bullish implications in this case. So that's where we are. I wanted to start on the daily time frame. Must raise my concerns again about the long-term chart here. It could so easily just be here an ABC pattern to the upside, which is never great, because while it could develop something to the upside, yeah, something good, it always makes these charts less reliable. The reason is that now we have 5 waves down, and it's actually quite a clear 5-wave move down. So I could say this here was a 1 down with 2 up. We had a 3 down, sort of here, a 4 up, and a 5 down. And you see it even better on the log chart. But it's a clear 5-wave move down. There are always other interpretations, but this is a very clear 3-wave move to the upside. And of course, this could become something in the future, but it is problematic. If a chart has topped in 3 waves, I would, there are so many different charts, and there are so many good charts that moved up in 5 waves initially. A chart that topped in 3 waves is unreliable. The reason is that what we're looking for, if it has 3 waves up, and if this is the correct count, then you look for 3 waves up now, yeah, ABC. This could be bearish. Because an ABC can also easily be a corrective wave, which will eventually break down to new lower lows. Or it could become a large leading diagonal, a very large diagonal pattern. So basically here a wave 1 in ABC. This here then would need to be readjusted in some way, maybe as a WXY. Then you had a 2, then you have a 3 here. But you can't really trade it reliably, because if it's only an ABC, it's not ideal. You only get an edge in Elliott wave if you're looking for 5 waves. And you could get a 4 and a 5, and each of them need to be ABC. So I just want to raise my concern here, because look at this, the length of this. This cannot be a 1, 2. Where would the 3 and the 4 be? You have an overlap here. It doesn't work. Okay, so you have an ABC top either way. So you do have that, because otherwise, I can't really make it doesn't work. No, it doesn't. I could have ABC, no, or with the truncated low, but that's even more exotic. So I don't really want to explore that idea. So if it was 5 waves, 1, 2, that wave 3 would be too short. That wave 4 low would cut into the wave 1 price range. It's just a mess. Okay, so. Yep, less reliable. I keep that ABC count here. It could certainly be a wave 1, and then we would have to readjust here what happened here. Let's say the ABC was a wave 1 and we have a massive diagonal pattern here, then the move down would have to be in some way ABC as well. And you could probably get away with calling that an A wave, then here a B wave, and the move down in C. And then we would have to say that I'll be able to chart that better here on the linear chart, and we would have to find a way to label this maybe here as a wave 1, 2. This should be a 3rd wave, the way this came down. 3, and then maybe here A, B, C in 4. And this was then the 5th wave down and completed the C wave. So that's sort of how it can work from a bullish point of view. But again, it's an ABC move up, so it's reason for concern. This could have been a 1-2, 1-2 setup. Oh, sorry, 1-2, 1-2, but we dropped too low. We dropped below that low. It doesn't work anymore. Yeah, there are some coins where you can have that 1-2, 1-2 setup, and that's, for example, AVAX. So that's a slightly more bullish chart. It works out like that. Near, however, messed it up completely, so it damaged the chart's long-term reliability. So a historically interesting chart, yeah, has been messed up. Still, though, you can choose to trade it, of course. We have a 5-wave impulse here to the upside, certainly. But due to the chart history, my primary expectation would here first of all be, let me see, do we actually have a higher low down there? I think so, yeah. My primary expectation though would be that, or my first take on it would be that I count this as an A wave in 5, then B, and then C, and then we need to see what happens up there. That's exactly the reason why I don't like the charts that topped in 3 waves, because I mean this could become a 5-wave move like that, 1, 2, a bigger one, 3, 4, 5. Then again, it doesn't matter if you want to scale into the B wave high, for example, a B wave low. The only difference is that we might get a 4 and a 5 afterwards. Then again, even if we get 5, it could just be a larger A wave, B, C. So that's why, you know, it becomes a bit ambiguous and nebulous with these charts that topped in 3 waves. But either way, you know, we've got a 5-wave move up. In my opinion, there are now more reliable charts, and near is not really on my priority list anymore just because it moved up. And it certainly can develop to a significant rally, absolutely. But then other charts can as well that are probably more reliable. Certainly here in the micro, we've got a 1, 2. We could say this was a 3, 4, 5. We certainly have possible 5 waves up now. And personally, I wouldn't do anything here. Yeah, you can always jump onto the train if you like to. I'm not telling you not to, especially if you like the project, but we have 5 up now. Yeah, and so we need to be looking at a move down. Now, at the moment, there is no sign it has topped. I have to say that very clearly, and I will tell it very clearly so that everybody hears it, because some people always choose to listen only to the things that they want to hear. Downtrend is imminent, yeah, imminently going to happen. However, as long as we're holding above the trend line, the short term, the micro trend is clearly up. So don't tell me I told you it's going to come down. It's only going to come down when it most likely crosses that, or most likely when it crosses that trend line, because you don't want to mess around with an active uptrend. The trend has to break first to get a signal. And I think the pattern is full, maybe one more squiggle here to the upside, but the pattern is technically full. It doesn't need to go any higher. Now you can always get these extensions to the upside. You can always get them, and you will get them as long as we're holding the trend line. But pattern is full, and the next low risk entry point, in my opinion, when we pull back, and that support area would be, from the current point of view, between 198 and 156. Now again, I will have to move up the support level if the current wave structure moves higher before the pullback, because this zone is calculated by measuring the entire height of the impulse. So if we go higher, as you can see, we will have to move up the box as well. But that's sort of an area where, you know, one might choose to scale in. Now I find, for example, the Solana chart more reliable. It certainly had a 5-wave up on the long term, and also here in the short term a very similar structure. So that's where we need to choose, you know, what projects do we go with, and where is the structure more reliable. So this can certainly become something interesting, but then again, probably most charts will become interesting, and this has a problem with the long term. Okay, and that's my update about NEAR. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.